So I spent the better part of the afternoon today getting the fuselage attached to the lower wing. There was a lot of minute scraping, sanding to get the fairings to snug up against the wing roots. I'm fairly happy with the result. I do have a little bit of paint to touch up on each of the fairings on each side, but overall the fit is pretty good and it's going to be good enough. The other part of the afternoon was doing the final detailing on the top, the cowling behind the engine cowling and in front of the cockpit opening. Had to put the ammo feeds on the right side of each machine gun. Of course, I'd lost one, so I had the opportunity to handcraft the one on the left for the left-hand side machine gun out of styrene. And of course, after I'd attached it, I found the piece that I'd lost, but that's okay. They look pretty much identical, so I'm pleased with the result. And then it was on to doing some of the decals, because I want to have them on before I start doing the wing assembly. Sometimes I find it awkward, even if the area is relatively open, to put decals on a biplane if I've already got the top wing on. So the two large chevron decals, which attach in join up in the center there along the spine and on the bottom on the belly, had to go on. That was tricky as all get out, but it worked. Now these decals are traditional water slide decals. They're not the stretchy linen fabric-y type decals. They're good quality, but it was quite a task to get them lined up both top and bottom, but I'm happy with the result. We put the crosses on, and on the other side of the fuselage, between the cabin or cockpit opening and the cowling, there is what I call the specification technical detail readout. That's on. There really aren't too many other decals that actually go on the fuselage. I'm going to be working on the struts, cabane struts definitely, and possibly the wing struts tomorrow. And if all goes well, what I have to do is put on fiddly little tiny numbering stencils on each of those and let that all set, after which I'll start attaching the struts. I won't put on the horizontal stabilizer or elevators until after the wing assembly is in place. And we'll see if that happens tomorrow. First step is struts. The landing gear won't go on until the end. I guess I should touch up. Yeah, I want to touch up those fairings definitely before I attach the top wing, just to make it easier to get in there with a bit of that aluminum sea gray mix to get everything nice and consistent. But right now, although not a lot more to show for it, it's working out, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. Just a brief interlude here before I get to work on the struts. I'm struck yet again by how small and compact the Pfalz D.VIII is. Just by comparison, I've put it not wingtip to wingtip, that wouldn't fit in the screen really, but just, in terms of size against an Albatross D.V. From Wingnut Wings, I guess that was my last build that I completed. Yes, the elevators aren't on the Pfalz D.VIII yet, but that's not going to add a whole lot, any substantive length, a little bit for the rudder, but you can see just how small it is. The top wing isn't on here. It doesn't really extend much over the bottom wing. So much shorter in length and in wingspan than the admittedly relatively large for a single-seater Albatross D.VIII. I got the cabane struts tacked in and the top wing mounted. Looks like it's pretty square and balanced, and I'm quite happy. Generally speaking, if that's a good fit, the wing struts aren't too much of an issue. We shall see, but I'm going to leave all of this for the night and then proceed putting in the wing struts. Obviously, there's a lot of skinny masking tape on the top wing, basically holding all of the rigging line, which is secured to the underside of the top wing, flipped it over to keep it out of the way of the ends of the struts. That'll all get released after I've got the 8 wing struts in place, hopefully sometime tomorrow by midday. Wish me luck, but right now, feeling pretty good. I got the little windscreen. See if I can get in there and see it. There it is. Cut that out of acetate with a stencil and got that in place. So that worked out okay. So, get the wing fully secured with all the struts. Let that set for a while. That's the next plan. Then wing rigging. Then deal with the tail of the plane, the rudder, and the elevators and the control lines back there. And then we'll go to the undercarriage. And then the last step will be putting in the rotary engine, which is already built, put the cowling on, and then the propeller. Okay. Yeah, it's been a pretty successful day, all in all.